It is the final round of the TruBank Des Moines Challenge presented by Discraft. This is the third round of a 3-round weekend. My name's Madison Walker.
And I'm Erika Stinchcomb, and we're your two hot geese. A little bit better conditions here than yesterday out at Pickard Park. Wind was maybe up to 10 miles an hour. We're watching Kristin Tattar, who has a 4-stroke lead, Eveliina Salonen, Macie Velediaz, and Paige Pierce. Eveliina had the hot round yesterday at 3 down. Again, played much tougher in the wind. A lot can happen out here. A lot of birdies, a lot of out of bounds. We'll see how much Eveliina can push. It's going to be much tougher for, I think, Macie and Paige to try to catch Kristin, though.
Hole 1 played as the easiest hole again today, averaging at almost a half stroke under par. You just throw a big bomb off the tee, try to land next to that little tree. There's out of bounds on the right and left, and it wraps around behind the basket. Only about 25 feet behind and right of the basket. Your second shot, you can throw a turnover backhand or a forehand. Landing in that shul short is not awesome, but it does set you up with a putt.
Kristin Tattar.
Kristin with the course record out here on day 1. She shot 9 under par. 1032 rated. I believe this will be Kristin Tattar's 5th Elite Series win if she wins, and 14th straight Elite Series podium. So, got a lot going for her. It's a good shot.
Finland, Eveliina Salonen.
I think Eveliina's last big win was at Waco in 2020. We've seen her on podiums, but haven't seen her win a big one in a little while.
That's just about all you need from the tee shot.
And out of Morristown, Tennessee, Macie Velediaz.
Macie, I believe, has 2 elite level podium finishes, but no elite level wins yet. But she's got so much power backhand and forehand. It's only a matter of time. Wow, they're all just like 5 feet from each other.
The landing zone.
Okay. Let's see if Paige agrees with that landing zone.
Pensacola, Florida. Please welcome 5-time world champion Paige Pierce.
Paige rocking the GK Pro hat today. Thanks for repping. I believe Paige came up from 3rd card yesterday to get a spot on lead.
Only about 200 feet or maybe less than that to the pin here. A little bit uphill. You just want to land softly.
I love the sidearm play to stay away from that kind of short rough. Macie goes with a felon and parks it. Eveliina gonna show Macie you really only need a mid-range to get there. There's a Rock X3.
Wow, rocks are hard to sidearm.
Yeah.
She made that look easy.
Not if you're Eveliina. Yeah, super smooth. Kristin with the verdict. Also looking great. Just so easy.
Just carbon copies.
Yeah. Paige a little bit closer going backhand. So I'll have a bit more of a putt than the other ladies for her birdie. Oh, great start. Just inside the circle, it looked like.
Yeah, let's watch this one in slow-mo. A little bit of a tester on hole 1. but dead center pole.
Do you ever see like young kids learning to putt and they do the Paige Pierce putter flip?
Oh, yeah.
As they practice, I think it's like the cutest thing.
I see a lot of women in general doing it.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, I do see a lot of people doing it.
Really?
Especially when they're
I feel
starting
like they're
out.
usually
Yeah.
like young kids. I just think it's adorable. Young girls.
50% of the field taking a birdie, and we're seeing 100% of our lead card getting a 3.
Hole 2 is a par 4. It is 675. Maybe plays a little bit farther because you need to throw it straight and try to hyzer a little bit, and then it's a very straight shot up the hill. There's a couple guardian trees. There's OB short off the tee and OB long and right as well, and then that tree line is inbounds. It's just brutal. Definitely can see some of these ladies birdie it. I think it's hard. I don't think they do. Just a reminder, you're probably sick of it, but maybe buy some tie-dye hats and we'll stop talking about them. We got some merch, gkprodisc.com/shop. Thanks for all your support.
Thanks for all the honking on the course this week as well.
There was a bunch. It was really fun.
You guys rule.
That's a smash.
We had a favorable wind yesterday, helping disc carry to the left after hyzering. Today, not so much wind, more just relying on raw power.
So Eveliina went Destroyer. I'm wondering if Kristin's discless is right. Her game plan is Claymore, which is a mid-range. That looked like a higher speed disc.
Yeah, it did, especially with the hyzer.
So everyone getting to a really good spot here to attack on the second shot. Paige with a Zeus.
Really aggressively trying to wrap that corner, but it
Yeah.
cuts in a little early.
Just a little bit. You do want to push pretty straight, but, you know, if that worked, she was going to be so far down there. She's got a passion. That's going to hyzer out just a little too much, I think, but it's a really good shot. Macie hanging this out really wide. It's a Raider, so it's going to try to get back in, but I wonder if it would have skipped back without the interference.
Eveliina gets tangled up in the tree, but a nice little roll towards the pin.
Just outside the circle. That had to have been a grace or something off the tee. She's so far.
So far. That's a nice looking sidearm. Some good skips and inside the bullseye
Beautiful.
for birdie. Macie throwing her third shot with an out of bounds stroke. Just trying to get something close and settle for the bogey.
Yeah, good touch with the harp. Paige for a 3. Little low.
That hill is so steep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
That was a good run from Eveliina. She's definitely looking pretty confident on the putting green. Kristin with a easy birdie.
Only 13% of the field taking a birdie on this hole. That's 3 out of our 48 competitors. And then we go to hole 3. This is another tough hole. It played as the 5th most difficult hole of the day. I like the sidearm for it, keeping something low and hopefully getting a good skip if you stay in the gap the entire way. But this little last gap before you get out to the open is so tight, it's really tough to filter out into the grass. There's also out of bounds at the bottom of this sloping green that can come into play very quickly if you come in with too much speed or go a little crazy on your putt. In reality here, though, you're just trying to get through this first gap and then kind of seeing what happens.
This is a Fortress. That's a really great shot.
Yeah, she didn't quite make it to the last gap, but that is about all you can ask for
Yeah, as long as you, like you said, you hit this major first gap, you're pretty okay with whatever result happens. That is a bomb from Eveliina. She went destroyer.
Wow, with a putt.
Paige trying to show us the backhand line. It's a little early, but she finds an alternate fairway and gets most of the way down there.
Macie going with the low play, just trying to get some ground play.
That's a good shot with her felon. Paige, a little tricky here. That's yeah, well done.
Yeah.
Leaves a tester. Macie just choosing to lay up. That water comes into play fast if you're not careful.
Nice little pitch up from Kristin. And that's pretty typical on this one. Eveliina with a birdie putt.
Oh, she's close.
Downhill, a little scary.
Just an inch too low, the last two putts. They're dead center, though.
Only 4 birdies on this hole. Today. Sarah Hokum, Lisa Fakis, Casey Pennington, and Caitlin Belty getting it. This one, I don't want to say it's a poke and hope, but like once you get through the gap, you are kind of, that fairway's so small, you are kind of like hoping that you just slide through that last wall of trees to get your birdie putt.
Yeah, I think you can find circle 2 pretty easily, but it's pretty hard to find circle 1.
Totally.
Checking in with the rest of the field here. Our top 4 lead card ladies are holding strong. Sarah Hokum is 2 down through 5.
Hot Goose on the leaderboard
Yeah.
in the top 5.
Yeah, big tie for 5th there. We're all trying to push our way up. Definitely are going to see a lot more birdies than this. There's
Yes.
going to be a lot more people under par as we keep going.
Totally. It was a lot calmer today. Hole 4.
It's a par 3. It's 431 feet across the water. This is a shorter basket than last year. You can totally attack it, but you do kind of have to push the water's edge on the right side. You can see the stake line is OB, not the water line. If you miss, there is a drop zone. You can see that little picket sign up there. Total death putt. Very risky to try to save your par. We have seen a fair amount of birdies on this, but this is, I think, one of those distance separators. It was a bit of a tailwind, so it was a little bit safer to kind of hang your disc out over the water because you knew it's going to hyzer back.
Yeah, we saw Kristin taking a much lower and more linear route yesterday, today, doing what Erika said and putting it out over the water. It doesn't quite get the distance that she wants on it.
Yeah, it wasn't quite as low like you said, but that's a good spot. It's even probably a putt if she wants to, but I bet Eveliina's going big here. It's a destroyer. It's a little early.
That's
But
kind of your
fine.
typical safe play.
Yeah.
This is one where you're kind of choosing, like, do I want to try to get this birdie, or is this one that I'm just going to not take the big risk on and
Yeah.
take them when they come?
Yeah, you see a lot of people just lay up on this one. Macie with a low line. Gets caught on that hillside. It's a little bit awkward footing there, but it's not very far. It's 90 feet or so, maybe. Paige has to be going for it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I like the width on this one. I like it a lot.
Wow, parked. She is one of only 2 competitors getting to circle 1
Oh, wow.
in regulation today. Oh, sorry, one of only 3.
Macie chipping up with her harp. I like the sidearm play with the awkward footing. It's a little easier to throw a consistent sidearm when your footing's bad than a backhand. Eveliina just laying up. Kristin with a circle 2 look here for a birdie. Leaves a little short, but par is fine.
Paige, one of only 3 birdies on the day. Kat Murch and Henna Blomroos also getting 2s. There weren't many this weekend, so that's a good one to get.
Hole 5 is something special. We got a pretty big gallery over there. They just hang out all day.
Yeah, very reminiscent of the 8 holes at Maple Hill.
Yeah, totally.
Hole 5, across the water, 275 feet. It is an island hole. It's a very small landing zone with the green sloping very steeply downhill and to the left. There is an out of bounds line that goes all the way around the backside, but you cannot see it because the trees are very dense. There's a few places you can land between the out of bounds line and the tree line where you just don't have a putt at all. So you want to land something soft ideally and kind of slide up to the basket or just land in softly.
Love the mid-range play. Looks like Paige's soul totally parked. Speaking of Paige, check out her documentary only on the Disc Golf Network, Fierce, a Disc Golf Story. Kristin going forehand. This was a good play to fight the wind. It was a little right to left. Oh, she's kind of lucky. Oh my God, is she in bounds?
Lots of action in...
Green flag, green flag, green flag, green flag, green flag.
I wonder if these Hole 5 people have a name yet.
There we go.
You can hear them all day chanting.
Yeah,
it's
good
awesome.
Yeah, if you throw a backhand and kind of hang it up in the air too much, the wind kind of pushed it left OB.
Mm-hmm. It was, very light right to left wind, but it definitely was messing with discs.
Only if you, threw it a little too high. Eveliina with a really nice linear shot with her Rock X3 again.
Macie keeping it real low and linear.
That's an enforcer. Super stable driver. Good trust. This is one of those holes where it's just like throw what's comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Anything from didn't see putters, but mid-range to a distance driver. That was a really solid putt from Eveliina. Definitely correcting after the first two were a bit low.
Kristin with a very uphill putt for her birdie.
Man, if you hit metal on that, you can just roll right back out of bounds too, but it was a good run. Stays close.
Macie for her birdie after a very impressive sidearm. 35% of the field getting a birdie on this one. Played as the 3rd easiest hole of the day. Paige with a tap-in.
I think, is everybody 2 under par right now on our card?
I think
so.
That's right.
Yeah. Keeping pace. Hole 6 is a very birdieable par 4. It's 575 feet. You kind of want to split up the hole into a backhand that lands kind of closer to the left-hand side OB than the right side woods, and then a sidearm is definitely the better play, I think, to get into the green. You see the OB start to wrap on the left side and all the way behind it. Off the tee to the right is like safe until you get to the green generally. Little bit of a tailwind here. You can definitely get there with 2 backhand shots or 2 forehand shots for that matter, but I kind of like this one to try to split it up into 2 powerful shots, one of each kind.
Paige really pushing those right side trees, and it checks up just in time.
That's a great shot. Surge SS way down there.
She may even be able to see the basket.
Yeah, and she can go forehand or backhand from there. No problem.
Only about another 100 feet to the pin.
I really like that play, just kind of pushing those trees and then hyzering out, not messing with the OB left too much.
Eveliina gets some good ground play, working her way up the hill to the left-hand side of the fairway.
Macie going Raider. Really well done. This is a course where distance, of course, helps. and like you'll see it on this hole where this is going to be like a cakewalk of a second shot, I think, for these
everyone,
ladies.
yeah.
Not for everyone. If you land 50 feet shorter
No,
than,
for everyone on this card.
Yeah. If you land 50 feet shorter than this, it becomes quite a bit more
You
challenging.
Can throw, but you can throw 2 300-foot shots and still get the birdie.
Totally. So yeah, I think it's a really good hole and like a really good example of what this course offers. Great forehand from Kristin. She's absolutely parked for another birdie to go 3 down.
Nice sidearm from Macie, looking to get a little bit of ground play.
That's great too. Yeah, just throw 400 and then pitch another 175.
Nice little standstill. 33% of the field getting the birdie on hole 6, and that is the most that we've seen so far.
Yeah, everyone figuring it out today. Paige showing us the backhand, pushing just a bit deep. I don't think that's pushing out of bounds, but yeah, it can get a little bit rough in here and not leave a real putt.
And this is where the sidearm definitely has an advantage.
Eveliina for a birdie. Nice. Back to back. Great birdie putts from Eveliina. She's 3 down. Macie 3 down as well.
And Kristin finding 3 of her own as well.
Yeah, not letting her foot off the gas at all. Not letting that gap close in the score.
Hole 7, very interesting uphill, 345, plays like 420-foot hole. Really nice wood chippy green. That is not an island, even though it looks like it, but there is out of bounds in the tall grass on the left and right hand side. The tee shot has a small gap right off the tee pad that sets you up for an Anheuser line. You want kind of a left to right shaped shot, but there's plenty of room to work out there. If you give it time to come back, you can get some big distance going up this hill.
These are some of the few ladies who can actually reach the wood chips here. Most people are going to be pretty happy with like a circle 2 look. Eveliina getting to, it looks like pretty close to that log, which is, what do you think, like 50-ish feet maybe?
Yeah.
45?
There was a light left to right wind today, so helping the disc hold over, like you can see Macie's.
Nice flight.
And
Look
look
at the Raider getting into the wood chips.
Oh yeah, a little hop over the log.
I think Macie is just outside the circle still.
Kristin keeping her disc really low, not trying to get any huge, well, I said not trying to get any huge distance, but she still did.
She doesn't need to try. That was a grace. Paige with the same surge SS she just threw on the last hole. Getting some really great turn on the disc, riding the wind. Oh, wow.
Wow.
Getting inside the circle, it looks like.
One of only 2 competitors to get inside the circle for birdie.
Ever. Kristin just laying up for a par. Eveliina giving it a run for sure.
Oh yeah, I love that little soft bid.
Yeah, going uphill, and I feel like that little pedestal kind of catches them if you hit metal, you know?
Yep.
I think it's a good, safe one to run.
Love seeing Macie run it as well.
Paige for a birdie.
Oof. Just a wee bit high, floats over the top of the basket. A little bit of a tester comebacker, no problem.
She's great at those. Any birdies on this one today?
Jessica Weiss was the only birdie on the day, and one of only, I think, 5 or 6 on the weekend.
Yeah, this hole played really tough.
Very supportive crowd in the grandstands.
Hole 8's a downhill par 3. It is 420 feet, but plays, 375 or even less.
Yeah.
There's out of bounds on the left-hand side that starts to wrap around behind the basket. Also, the basket's perched right on a hillside, so definitely want to control your speed coming into the green. I would say the most common play is to throw something kind of right at the right-hand side woods line and just let it fade to the left. You really want to watch so you don't skip all the way to the left. It's really dense in there, we saw. And you don't want to flip anything to the right. It's in bounds where that spotter is on the right, but it's gnarly. It's a great shot from Eveliina with her Thunderbird.
Super light tailwind, but not enough to really get in your head too much. Macie with a nice hyzer flip shot, keeping it super low, getting some great ground play inside the circle.
That was her Explorer. Really good angle control. I believe that's a pure, which is a very straight putter.
What? Are you?
Yeah, did you see how floaty it was?
What?
Mm-hmm.
It was so low.
So
The whole way.
Power too. I mean,
Must
it's
be
downhill.
super torque resistant.
Yeah, I think the premium plastics are torque resistant and can still go pretty straight. Paige going a much higher line.
Is this a putter as well?
I think that's a buzz.
Okay.
That's great too. Do you see that stump? Emily Beach threw a hyzer that literally just like tombstoned into the stump. It was nuts.
Just
She's so
stuck
strong.
there?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Uh-huh.
Eveliina with a nice, confident-looking putting stroke, even with this death putt. But sadly, just a wee bit short again.
Macie for a birdie. Nice. Macie looking really clean out here. She's at a bogey-free 4 down on the round.
Nice birdie from Paige as well.
That's Paige to 3 under with the 1 bogey she had. Kristin really not letting anybody catch her, though. Also 4 down.
A quarter of the field taking birdies on this hole.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's a good number. And then we move on to hole 9. What a weird hole. Straight uphill, blind shot to the green. It's 290 feet, but it plays more like 350. You want to just throw something nose up, but protruding once you get over the top of the hill. You don't want to turn anything over or have a super strong hyzer angle because you can easily find out of bounds as it pinches closer to the basket the further you get down the fairway. A little bit of a crosswind today. You'll see a lot of circle 2 putts on this hole, and I think from our lead card we could definitely see some drives into circle 1.
Yeah, we've seen some people park it. It's hard to do, but you definitely have to kind of bring in some extra risk and throw, I think, a distance driver to get all the way there. Macie throwing another Explorer. Kristin going St. Pro. Whoa.
She did a ramp on this one yesterday too, and got this.
It's still so far.
Still so far.
That's still like farther than I throw it in the air. Paige, I believe, parked this one on our feature card round 1. She's got a passion, and it's just so easy. Wow.
Wow.
Clap more, everyone.
That was amazing.
Yeah.
No, they don't know down there.
Low-key amazing. Ooh. I feel like that's what you got to do is just barely clear the hillside.
Just scare all the bugs.
Oh, no, that sucks. That was a good shot, but that's what I mean by bringing in extra risk. That was a destroyer.
Kristin just giving it a pretty soft layup attempt. That out of bounds comes in so close, and you don't want to have to do a tester comeback
Macie with an uphill stepper.
on a hole where you know not many people are taking the 2. Only 4 competitors.
Eveliina, great par save.
Oh, yeah. You're going to go OB. Might as well do it down inside the circle.
Yeah. I've heard her say that, I think.
That definitely caters to her game plan, throwing overstable and fast discs.
Yeah.
Kona,
Wow.
Kona Panis, Heidi Lane, and Katrina Allen also getting 2s.
What a par job from Paige to go 4 down. And I think... Wait, so Eveliina actually, I think, is only 3, and I think everyone else is at 4. We'll see here in a second. Recap.
Yep. I think that's right.
So,
Macie's out of 3 as well.
oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. Oh, she did have that bogey.
But look at all the green on the front 9. The back 9 does play more difficult, but there's still a ton of birdies out there. And so everyone's off to a hot start. Kind of reminiscent of Kristin's day 1. And look at everyone in the top 10 right now.
There's the under par.
Yeah, most people under par.
Lead card pulling away, though.
Definitely. Cat Merch 1 down through 9. Sarah Hokum, though, shooting lights out 3 down through 10. And look at Hot Goose, Erika Stinchcomb 2 down through 10, baby.
Honk.
Thanks to our VIP members, we got 9 more holes of the Des Moines Challenge. It's been 2 rounds, and this is the final event. We're going to crown a victor in the back 9 of these holes. Thanks to GK Pro for supporting FPO footage. I'm Madison Walker.
I'm Erika Stinchcomb. We're the 2 Hot Geese.
Honk.